Supreme Lord, eternal truth, let us obey thee alone and live according to truth. परमोच प्रभु सत्यम नित्यत्वमेव केवलम अनुवर्तामहि सत्यम अनुजीवम केवलम ओं शांति शांति शांति. Om Sri Aurobindo Mira is my refuge. Good evening, Namaste, Vande Mataram, welcome all of you. The topic of the spiritual discussion for this evening will be on transformation of matter. So the transformation of the matter, it will be as per the mother's message, we'll discuss little bit in brief of course, and it will be related to the supramental force. After this manifestation of the supramental force, this golden day and all we have received, we have seen. So according to in that light, we'll see the transformation of matter as quoted, as described, as of course explained by the mother, our divine mother. So this topic of this discussion will be on transformation of matter in the light of the mother's quotations, mother's explanations. So out of the mother course, it has a before going to this topic, we'll take a beautiful message, a couple of messages rather on from mother. My Lord, thou hast what thou hast wanted me to do, I have done. The gates of the supramental have been thrown under the supramental consciousness, light and force are flooding the earth. So this was a very beautiful observation, beautiful message. It is messaged by mother. And I'll quote it again. The gates of the supramental force has been thrown open, and the supramental consciousness, light and force are flooding on earth. So, what is my role? My Lord, thou hast wanted me, what thou hast wanted me to do, I have done. That very interesting message. Second message, of course, will quote upon the path. Such is the path open before us, and we choose to take it. What is that path? That sunlit path, of course. All was gold and gold and gold. A torrent of golden light pouring down in an uninterrupted flow, and bringing with it the consciousness that is the path of the gods in a sunlit path, and in which difficulties lose its realities. I will quote it again. Very interesting message, of course. All was gold and gold and gold. Three times mother quotes gold and gold and gold. A torrent of golden light pouring down in an uninterrupted flow, and bringing with it the consciousness that the path of the gods is a sunlit path in which difficulties lose its reality, all reality. Such is the path. Once again, mother quotes, this is the sunlit path open before us if we choose to take path. So this is the very interesting observation and message as envisaged by mother as messaged by the mother. So we will go for the message as mother quotes on transformation of the mother. Then again we will go for the supramental her description on the supramental force. One of the greatest victories of this ineffable humanity of God, ineffable humility of God. One of the greatest victories of this ineffable humility of the God will be the transformation of the matter. So this is the thing, the greatest thing, the greatest achievement will be done with the transformation of the matter, which is apparently the most undivine. This matter, this is involution. This is the last. In the last stage comes as the matter. After that, there is no more involution. Evolution is starts. The base is the of course from matter it starts. Mother quotes apparently the most undivine. Supramental plasticity is in an attribute to finally transformed. Supramental plasticity is an attribute of finally transformed matter. The supramental body, which has to be brought into the being here, has four main attributes. The supramental, again I will quote it, the supramental body, which has to be brought into the being here, has four main attributes. What are they? One is lightness, second is adaptability, third is plasticity, and finally the last one, fourth is of course luminosity. When the physical body is truly divinized, mother quotes, when the physical body is truly divinized, it will feel as if itself it were always walking on air. That number one is lightness. It is the experience will be like this, as if it we are walking always on air, and there will be no heaviness or tamas or unconscious in it, because initially mother has quoted the undivine, apparently most undivine is matter. So after this thing getting divinized, so what will be there? Totally it will be as if working in the air working in the air is not a medium, that is a medium, that is the medium not for working, but this lightness with the gain of lightness, it will be observed as if working on air. There will be no heaviness or tamas or unconsciousness, no heaviness or tamas or unconsciousness. Check, and then this will also be there will be also no end of it with the power of adaptability. The number two is adaptability. In whatever conditions it is placed, it will immediately be equal to the demands made upon it, because the full consciousness will drive out all the inertia and incapacity which usually make matter a drag on the spirit. That will go adaptability. The conditions will immediately, that will be with that no second condition, if it, under any condition it is placed, immediately it will be equal to the demands, it will withstand the demands required there, because its full consciousness will drive out all the inertia and incapacity. Inertia and incapacity will be driven away, which usually make matter a drag of the spirit. That will be their second adaptability. The number two condition is, number one is lightness, it can work in the air, just imagine. So third one is supramental plasticity. It will enable itself to stand the attack of every hostile forces. No hostile force will be able to attack it. It will withstand the attack of every hostile force which strives to pierce it. No hostile attack will be there. It will present no dull resistance to the attack, but will be, on the contrary, to pliant as to nullify the force by giving away to pass off. It will have the power to resist, so that this hostile power attack will have no value, no effect at all. Thus, it will suffer no harmful consequences, and most deadly attack the two will leave it unscathed. Nothing will be touched, nothing can scar it. So lastly, the number four, it is coming, we know as luminosity. Luminous, from luminous it is coming luminosity. It will be turned into the stop of light, just luminosity. It will be turned to into the stop of light. Each cell will radiate the supramental glory. Each cell will radiate the supramental glory. Not only those who are developed enough to have their subtle sight open, but the ordinary man too will be able to perceive the luminosity. That will be there. It is open to all. Not only people open who are in the track of this integral yoga or sadhana, but it is also open to all. Ordinary man who will be able to perceive this luminosity. It will be an evident fact that each and all the permanent proof of the transformation which will convince even the most skeptical. So this is the transformation of matter will go on. For this, the four main aspects, attributes what we are going to discuss, that is luminosity, that is lightness, number one. Of course, two is second is adaptability, third is plastic, and the last one is finally luminosity, least but last not least, but definitely it is a great aspect, the great attribute, that is luminosity. So again we'll go for this supramental force. Already know it in torrents. So it came down flowing. So these things mother has quoted with a big hammer, with a hammer, lifting a golden hammer, I struck against the big wall. It actually shattered into pieces. So this supramental light force consciousness, it actually flew down, in torrents. Many things we have, many big discussion we have seen. So now itself we'll see again from the quoting from the writings of the mother, with few lines we'll see. Supramental force does not see men in their outward appearance. For that we have already known, two from ashram, and three from outside, few from ashram, many from outside, mother quotes again. So does not see men in their outward appearance, but as vibrations more or less receptive or more or less dark and or luminous. In whatever it sees a light, it projected its force so that it may have the full effect. thing is that may not have that vibration is there, more or less receptive and more or less dark or luminous. In whatever way the light it projects its force, so that it may have the full effect. And instead of treating it each being like a pawn on the chessboard, instead of just mother quotes here, when instead of treating each being like a pawn on a chessboard, a small, well-defined person, it sees how forces enter, get out, go out, stir, move, and make all things move. Just imagine that is the working of this force, supramental force. It sees how forces enter, go out, stir, move, and make all things move. How vibrations act, these are the symptoms, these are the feelings someone can feel. And it sees those vibrations, only vibrations and vibrations, it has been repeatedly mother is quoting, and those and it sees those vibrations which ascend and lead to progress, ascend and lead to progress, these vibrations, and sees those vibrations again, which fling you further and further into the darkness, which make you go down. So the object of this darkness, the motive is to make you go down. And at times somewhere comes to you the ready-made words which he has learned generally from books, though words of aspiration and goodwill, and he is answered by the strong rebuff and told that he should try to be sincere. The essential thing is sincerity. He does not understand, but thing is that he has to try to be sincere. This is because the force sees that there is no sincerity. Because this is because the force sees that there is no sincerity. The force does not see its words, does not hear the words, does not even see the ideas in the head, but only the state of consciousness. Nothing depends upon words. Words are not that much of use in that consciousness. Only it is the state of consciousness that matters. Whether the state of consciousness is sincere or not, that also again mother quotes. Whether the state there itself, whether the state of consciousness is sincere or not, there are other instances of people who seem to be quite frivolous and stupid and busy with the useless things. Just imagine, I will quote it again, mother quotes. There are other instances of people who seem to be quite frivolous and stupid and busy with useless things, and suddenly one helps them. To these people, frivolous, stupid, easy, to these things, suddenly one helps them. And suddenly one helps them, encourages them, and treat them like friends and comrades. For one, sees shining in the depth of that sincerity, the aspiration which has been, which may have a childish form outwardly, and but which is there and very pure at times. Maybe child is very small, it is at the beginning, it seems so, but actually it is very pure at times. And so one does many things for them which people don't understand. It is done for them, but actually they don't understand what is going on because they are in the ordinary consciousness, they don't have the idea. So for they can't see the reality behind the appearance. There is a reality behind the appearance, but they are unable to grasp it. That is why I say it is it is an entirely different way that the supermind is interested, an entirely different way that it sees, an entirely different way that it knows. It is not of nothing up to us or something like this. So we'll take one or two quotations from the Mother and Sri Aurobindo. Among of course everything I will take things mother. Above the mind there are several layers of levels of the conscious being, among which the really the divine world is what Sri Aurobindo has called the supermind, the world of the truth. This is the truth. And we will quote again the words of mother Sri Aurobindo quotes: the supramental world has to be formed and created with us by the divine will as the result of constant expansion and the self-perfection. Thank you.